Anunoby.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Mikal Bridges. Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Greg, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the 3.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
And here's Brunson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 5 now.
Well, they hit a 3 at the other end, that's right. And Brunson decides, I'm giving it right back to him. Bang!
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And it's the Hornets, another 3.
No hesitation there from Ball, letting it fly from distance.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Well, right away, Coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire. There you have it. Sounds like Coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Buries the long-range jumper.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite. How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Fires the 3, and it's the Hornets, another 3.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3s? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the 3-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
Knicks trail by 3. Here he goes, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last and enjoy it for as long as you can.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D shifts.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And the Hornets making a change here. White's checked in. Now here's Brunson. His last outing with 20 points. Here's Anunoby. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Ball from long range. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Towns kicks to Brunson. Driving to the basket. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And it's 9 points here for Jalen Brunson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte. Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on. He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
There's Ball with the 3. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and he
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Now, Ball. After Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
There's the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And here is Bridges. Towns wide open. Gets a very good look and converts. Towns has got 7. Lamelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they haven't wasted any.
And again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark.
Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Jacks up a 3. Good, another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
Grant Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Miller comes in for McNeely. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Alvarado passes to Robinson. Towns for 3. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
One of the all-time shooting bigs. Towns is a marksman from deep.
So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So when you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall. Throwing it down. Oh, Robinson was fully committed on that one. He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch. That's for sure.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Alvarado. No good on the triple.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Shamet the pass to Alvarado. And stolen by White. Left side, Ball. No good from outside. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And that one's good, Shamet.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Hornets. Bridges comes in for Grant Williams. And it's Knebel in for White. And a new group in for the Knicks. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. There's the triple. And got it! Another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot.
Towns can carry your offense in a way most guys can't. We've seen this movie before.
There's Ball with the three, and again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Man, Clark, the postseason is coming at us fast. You ready to make any playoff predictions yet?
You know I like to pause on that until...
And another one falls.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Brunson with a clean look. No good again that time.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Brunson the pass to Ananobi. Back to Brunson. Stolen by Ball. Fires away from outside. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. It's up. Loss coming against Cleveland in their last game play.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Brunson, that's a two-pointer. Bridges with the board.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going.
Another bucket. Wow.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in for Towns. Brunson against Ball. Brunson goes in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Robinson, and then Robinson slams it in.
Hey, they don't call him Lobinson for nothing now. Look at the hops on the big fella.
Left side, Ball. Puts up a three. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so it's Charlotte sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And with as many... All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Good to be with you for halftime. Let's check in on the NBA action coming up later tonight. Over at Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons will face off against the Cavaliers. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off Eastern. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Hornets.
They've done a real...
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin,
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from Lamelo Ball.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great...
Again, what an avalanche!
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is...
And another one!
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game you'll be talking about for decades. And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, Lamelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
There's Ball with the 3. Good, he hits again.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. G.A., I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Ball from long range. They get it again. Another shot. And good, he hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Goes up the baseline, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And the thing that makes Brunson so tough is any amount of space is too much space for him. He doesn't need much to do his damage.
There's Ball with the 3, connects from three-point range.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Hart outside. Anunoby is screen on Bridges. Anunoby in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yet another bucket.
And that score puts him even. A night I never thought we'd see.
He's now tied point for point with the record. One more score. He'll be all alone at the top of the record books. G.A., a moment nobody thought they'd ever see.
100 points, a mark that's stood since 1962, but Wilt's record has been matched.
And good, there's another.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And he's now passed Wilt Chamberlain's legendary mark of 100 points, one that stood since 1962.
Ball from long range. And again, it's Charlotte with a 3.
He's been incredible tonight, seemingly scoring at will, really powering his team forward.
Brunson goes in. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's giving the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
That one falls for Brunson.
And Brunson really is a leader both on and off the floor. His example, when he speaks words of truth and passion, and his will and drive to win is infectious.
That one misses. And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
Brunson goes in. It's good. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
They just aren't attacking from the perimeter like they did in that first half, and I think that's part of the problem right now.
Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. The 9-foot shot, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Wow. What can you say?
For the three, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Ball with the bucket.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Charlotte running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. We welcome you back in with the arena still buzzing from the historic achievement we witnessed in the last quarter.
And I wasn't sure we'd ever see the single-game points record broken again. As far as an individual mark goes, it's one of the hardest to reach. He's as dialed in as he could be.
New York's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Robinson. Jose Alvarado is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Shamet in at the 3.
Length, size, touch. That's how Towns just dominates you inside.
Charlotte calls timeout. Lamelo ball. He's checked in for Kobe White. Ball from long range. Trains the three-pointer. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
The corner is not a problem for Ball. He's confident he can make that.
With the crossover. Clarkson looking for an opening. 6 to shoot. Here's Shamet. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's Ball with the 3. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Alvarado passes to Robinson. Now Shamet. Some nice passing by New York here. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Ball with the bucket.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now here's Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 26.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's Ball with the 3. That one doesn't drop. Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Outside Robinson. Shamet on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
There's Ball with the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Towns. Back to Alvarado. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Ball with the bucket.
Ball is a volume 3-point shooter. His confidence pulling the trigger is a big part of his weaponry. And he isn't afraid to let it fly, that's for sure.
Here's Alvarado. And the layup's good off the glass. Alvarado's got his first basket of the night.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Josh Green's checked in for Charlotte. Kobe White comes in for James. And a new group in for the Knicks. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. And here's Brunson outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brunson's got 15 points here in the second half. Ball from long range. And again, it's Charlotte with a 3.
Ball will not let his opponent just own the arc. He can knock it down from there, too. So competitive.
And it's Brunson missing.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lamelo Ball.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
3-pointer. Ball no good. Brunson against Ball. Here's Anunoby. That 3 off the mark. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hits it again. Wow! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Second team foul. At the line for the Knicks, Carl Anthony Towns.
And the first one drops. And Towns drops them both. Charlotte calls timeout. They're in front. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Jalen Brunson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one falls for Brunson. So he gets them both. Right side, ball. From outside the arc, and another 3 for Charlotte.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing.